All right, hello everybody. Just wanted to make a video about something that went down last night and found out about today. So there's this site called OpenBazaar, and it's an app. You can download it, and it allows you to buy and sell freely. That's what they say. And what that means is there are no restrictions or platform fees or anything. It's kind of like eBay, but with Bitcoin is the only accepted currency on it. And it's sort of like the blockchain in a way, in that like everybody is their own server. So when you download it, you're also serving the process. So hi Purple One, what's up? Yeah, so that's what it's all about. So I downloaded OpenBazaar, and I decided I would go shopping for an Antminer because I wanted to start making some more money on Bitcoin. So I went and found one that I thought looked good, and this is it right here. So I found this Antminer. Is 1,900 bucks. Seemed like a reasonable price. You can find these for like, before Bitcoin hit 10K, you could find these for like $1,500, and they've been tough to find. They're getting sold out everywhere. So I thought this would be a good price, so I decided to buy this from this user called Black Friday Sales .foil Tech. So guy's name is .foil, and I made the purchase. I put it through last night, and when I came in this morning, there was a dispute open on it. I was confused, so I messaged the guy and I was like, dude, what happened? So yeah, last night I was like, hey, you still got those S9s? And he said, yes, I do. And I said, nice, I just bought one of those bad boys. And I said, was there an issue? I see a dispute was open and closed. So then I did a little bit of research, and I saw this dispute, and I looked up this guy, SkyHighLabs, that was the moderator, because I thought it was pretty weird that the dispute started at 9:24 a.m. and then it ended at 9:25 a.m. So they have this weird dispute system where it's based on merit, and whoever's built up a good reputation on their platform, OpenBazaar, they can turn into moderators later on. So this person basically built up some kind of reputation on two separate accounts and jumped from one to the other, requested that himself be a moderator as soon as he saw this money come in, and he filed a dispute on it, acting like there was something wrong, chose himself as a moderator, his alternate account, SkyHighLabs, and closed this dispute in his own favor, meaning that he said that the item was shipped and the money was his. He deserved it. So obviously, like, there's no tracking number. He did not send this item, and I decided to do a little bit of research. So I found that right at the top of the OpenBazaar subreddit, right at the top was a OpenBazaar subreddit post about SkyHighLabs. It said, scam, SkyHighLabs. SkyHighLabs is a scammer. He controls the only moderator account option from when you buy from him, and when he accepts the order, he immediately opens a dispute, finds it in his own favor 100%, then closes the order. He's deleted all his Reddit posts, so you can't look through and see all the replies calling him out. So that sucks. It probably means I've lost my $2,000 I spent on this thing. And so what I'm going to do is I already emailed the developers. There's no further like report this person or like dispute process with this system, which is something I was kind of wondered about. Like, it's all a distributed system. So like, I've worked at PayPal before, and we had a whole department dedicated to like handling disputes. So hundreds of people in there. So I was wondering how the hell they determine this, and I just had faith in their moderator system, and I shouldn't have. Looks like there's a really easy exploit they have to take advantage of people just by gaming the system and like upping your rep to a point where you've got 2 separate accounts and you can choose one as the mod or the other. So this guy goes back and forth, and other people have talked about it in this subreddit here. This guy's talking about Dotfoil. So it's Dotfoil and SkyHighLabs. And so he's self-moderating, he's doing that thing. I just got scammed by them. This explosive diarrhea guy said. Self-moderating, they create a new listing for an item for you to purchase from, then you purchase it, they close the listing, and your view you leave is not visible. It's not exactly what happened to me, but let's see. I wish I had known this weeks ago when I bought from SkyHighLabs. The same exact thing happened to me. He took my Bitcoin and confirmed the order immediately, like immediately within 10 minutes. And his page assured delivery in 3 to 5 business days. It's been 2 weeks and no product. So people aren't getting product from this guy. I'm not expecting to get anything because he said he sent it but left no tracking number. So I worked at PayPal for a while, and like, you were never able to close a dispute if you didn't have some kind of tracking number proving that you sent an item. And then you were always able to reopen it if like you received the item and it was not as described or whatever. So it looks like their dispute system is really fucked up at OpenBazaar, and it's just really harmful to the community in this really cool place that, you know, it seemed like it was going to be an awesome place to do trades and buy things and go to the marketplace, but looks like it is very insecure because of this mod system. So I looked up how the mod system works, and there was this blog post written by Sam Patterson. He says, OpenBazaar helps prevent fraud by having buyers send their Bitcoins to 2 of 3 multi-signature addresses controlled by the buyer, seller, and a trusted third party. This third party offers a dispute resolution in case something goes wrong. These third parties offer their services on an open marketplace. Because OpenBazaar is a centralized network for trade, it has a very different system of moderation and dispute resolution than existing e-commerce platforms. Traditional centralized e-commerce platforms have a dispute resolution built into their service to reduce fraud and scams. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's always someone that oversees that, though, Sam. Always a person involved. And this type of top-down centralized dispute resolution isn't possible with OpenBazaar, which has no central point of control. I understand they don't want to be centralized. They don't want to be a traditional company. They want it to be able to be self-regulated, but it looks like it's not working. So OpenBazaar introduces a different model, 2 of 3 multi-signature escrow, along with an open marketplace for third-party key holders called moderators. If these terms don't make sense to you, let me break it down. 2 of 3 multi-signature escrow. OpenBazaar uses Bitcoin, obviously, and Bitcoin cannot be reversed. So how do they handle fraud? So Bitcoin has a unique capability called multi-signature transactions, multi-sig, and you can have multiple people control the same Bitcoins. However, they only send the coins to another address if a certain number of people controlling the Bitcoins agree. For example, you can have 2 of 2 multi-sig address. This means that there are 2 people who control the address, and both of them must agree to a transaction before the Bitcoins are sent. A 2 of 3 address means that 3 people control the address, and 2 of them must agree before the funds are spent. OpenBazaar uses 2 of 3, and when a buyer wants to purchase a listing, instead of sending the funds directly to the seller, he will send the funds to a multi-sig account. And the 3 people who control this account are the buyer, the seller, and a trusted third party selected beforehand. We call these trusted parties moderators. Now these are the 5 possible ways funds are released from multi-sig. 1, the seller sends a product or delivers service and the buyer is satisfied. The buyer and seller are 2 of 3 parties needed for the multi-sig, and together they release the funds to the seller. This is what a normal transaction would look like. That's normal if you confirm that the 2 people aren't just 1, which is what happened in this case and what's going to continue to happen if we don't fix this for the community. OpenBazaar. The seller cannot, number 2 way is the seller cannot deliver the listing as promised. The buyer's unhappy. They mutually agree to refund the buyer. So far, this guy has not responded to my messages. So That's not going to happen. Number 3 ways the buyer and seller in dispute cannot agree to release funds. The moderator comes in and decides seller's at fault. The moderator then joins with the buyer to refund the buyer. That did not happen in my case because it's the same guy. So you can see, and then, okay, so let's look at how they become moderators. So moderator selection and reputation. It is important that moderators are trustworthy, apparently. Competition is the best way to ensure accountability, is it? And in OpenBazaar, moderators are offered on a free market. Unlike central platforms which only offer one option for dispute resolution, on OpenBazaar these moderators are available on a marketplace within the platform itself. You can search through them and determine which one you want to use for dispute resolution based on their own rules or expertise, or their prices, or their real-world credentials based on the recommendation of the users. Purple one, I don't know, I'm probably going to Gangplank later, I don't know. So over time these moderators will develop reputations. OpenBazaar doesn't currently have a built-in reputation system. Users need to rely on word of mouth, real-world credentials, and or forums such as the OpenBazaar moderators subreddit. So I guess I made a mistake. I didn't do the research on this guy. I just trusted the system would work, and it clearly did not. I've been emailing the developers all day, but I'm not sure what they can do because if it's like a 2 of 3 multi-sig account and 2 of the people were the one guy, they don't really have access to those funds. They're not the ones in the multi-signature escrow. So I'm probably out right here unless, you know, they can get this guy's details, but probably not because OpenBazaar is built in a way that you can be completely anonymous. So I guess this is more of a warning to people, just do your research. I don't know if I'll ever get this money back. It really sucks. I don't have this kind of money to just blow. The reason I was buying an Antminer was to make more money. And got screwed. So this is the email I wrote to one of the developers. I said, yesterday I made my first purchase on your platform, OpenBazaar. The platform is great and wonderful, but there appears to be a fatal flaw with the resolution system. I paid $2,000 for an Antminer last night. And the morning after the transaction, the user Black Friday Sales.foil opened a dispute. The dispute was immediately closed in favor of the seller. The item is not shipped. These accounts appear to be owned by the same person, and I'm saying that because other people are saying that, and because you can tell by the immediate response. This dispute was started at 9:24 a.m. and the dispute was closed at 9:25 a.m. and it was decided. And then it was in this decided state for a while, and then I was messaging the developers during that time, and it kind of never I don't know how, but it went from decided to resolved without me clicking on this accept payout button. Kind of just decided on its own. So I guess the seller had the option to go in there and do that. So SkyHighLabs and this .foil tech are the same person essentially, and he was able to open this dispute as soon as he saw it this morning, and then decide in his own favor for $2,000. Yeah, purple one, yeah, you should be kidding. I live at my mom's house right now. This isn't the kind of money I've got to be thrown around. You know, this sucks. This really blows, and especially with the way Bitcoin's growing, that kind of money, that $2,000 will soon be, you know, doubled by the summer is what people are saying, or more. So it's like I lost $4,000 or whatever I would have made on that Antminer, which some people say is like almost $1,500 a month. So that really sucks, and just telling people out there to watch out. So getting screwed out there. So hopefully people will see this and look out for these things. Hopefully there is some kind of something that our people at OpenBazaar can do. But I'm doubtful. This might be like a Mt. Gox situation where they can't do anything. They don't have control of the money, you know. I mean, so this sucks. I lost less than you got collections, Umpqua. Yeah. It just blows. Totally blows. That was a big chunk of my Bitcoin. Like, I was taking a risk even buying this thing, and then I just lost all my money, gave it to some thief. So yeah, SkyHighLabs, we're going to do some more research on you, find out what else we can do, and Dotfoil. So there's actually a company called Dotfoil Tech that's in New Mexico, but they put up a thing about how they are not this person on the OpenBazaar marketplace, that someone's using their name. So even they are getting screwed. This search would pull up, you could see, but I guess you could take my word for it. So yeah, they're a real place. They sell Apple products and shit. Yeah, that's all I had. Dotfoil. Let's see if I can find the post they made. So yeah, Dotfoil on their website, they say, "Hi, if you're a victim of the OpenBazaar scam, my sincerest apologies. Dotfoil has no affiliation with OpenBazaar, but has recently become aware that our name is being used to purportedly sell computer-related merchandise. If you have not purchased anything from OpenBazaar, don't. You'll not receive any merchandise from us or anyone else. Please do not allow yourself to become a victim of this scam." Yeah. So I wish I saw this before I purchased, but of course, hindsight is 2020. And I'm screwed. I don't know what to do. This thing wants me to write a review and complete the order, but I'm just like, how do I rewind time now? That's a lot of money. $1,974.79. That blows. But that's it. So we're going to find out who this SkyHighLabs guy is. And this will develop. So thank you for watching.